Tommy Lee Jones is an intense guy. He has this way of staring at people that just makes you feel like he is looking through you. Every time he says something, you can tell he really means it. People who watch his movies cannot. Notice Tommy Lee Jones. The thing that makes Tommy Lee Jones so good at acting sometimes makes it hard for him to get along with other people when the camera is not rolling. Tommy Lee Jones seems like a disciplined person on the outside, but on the inside, he is a very serious actor who gets frustrated when other people do not take acting as seriously as Tommy Lee Jones does. When some people worked with him, they felt really lucky. For others, it was a different story. They learned that it does not take long for people to go from liking him to being quietly upset with him. What I'm going to talk about now is not rumors or hearsay. It is about the times when talented people stopped respecting each other. Number 1, Jim Carrey. In 1995, Batman Forever was a movie that people really wanted to see. It had 2 stars, Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones. Jim Carrey was very funny. A lot of people liked him. Tommy Lee Jones was an actor who had just been in The Fugitive. You would think that these 2 guys would work together. That did not happen. The movie set was a mess. Jim Carrey liked to do things his way and make things up as he went along. He was very weird. Liked to improvise all the time. Batman Forever was a deal because of Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones. The movie had a lot of problems because Jim Carrey and the other people making the movie did not see eye to eye. Jim Carrey was at the top of his game, did things his own way. Jones did things in a precise way when it came to performing. He would practice over and over again, think about every line, and he expected everyone else to do the same. Jones and the other person had some differences. It was not about being creative. They had ideas about life. Carrey thought that being crazy and out of control was a form of art. Jones thought that being disciplined and in control was the only way to really understand things. One evening, the tension between them got really bad. It happened in a restaurant, not on the set of the movie. Carrey walked up to Jones to say hello. According to what Carrey said, Jones stood up and looked right at him. Jones told Carrey that he did not like the way he was acting. Then Jones just got up, left without saying another word. Jones did not approve of Carrey's behavior, which is what Jones called buffoonery. Director Joel Schumacher said that there was a problem between Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones. He said Jim Carrey was like a storm that you could not stop, and Tommy Lee Jones was really good at making people notice him in scenes. Jim Carrey was so good that Tommy Lee Jones could not even do that. Tommy Lee Jones never said that this was not true. He just said that he was in a mood that day. After what happened that night, Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones never talked to each other again. The movie Batman Forever made a lot of money. The fight between Jim Carrey and Tommy Lee Jones still hurt people's feelings. For Jim Carrey, what happened was a lesson. Number 2, Steven Seagal. For Tommy Lee Jones, it was another example of how he felt about things that he thought were silly. He did not like those things all. The phrase about not tolerating behavior really lasted longer than the movie. It became a symbol of Jonas' personality as an actor. He could play heroes, bad guys, or police officers. He never played a foolish person. The phrase is really about Jones and what kind of characters he played. Years earlier, something big happened on the set of Under Siege. This was back in 1992. Steven Seagal was the action star in Hollywood at that time. He was also a deal in martial arts. On the hand, Tommy Lee Jones was starting to get noticed for his acting skills after being in JFK. People were finally recognizing him as a character actor. From the start of filming Under Siege, there were problems on the set. Steven Seagal wanted to be in charge of the stunts, the way the cameras were set up. He even wanted to decide what his lines would be. Steven Seagal made sure that his contract said his character would always win fights in Under Siege. To him, movies were about power. To Jones, movies were about truth. The director, Andrew Davis, tried to keep everything, but people started to get really upset. When they were practicing a fight scene with knives, Seagal wanted to be in charge so his character would look strong. Jones thought the fight should look real, like either guy could win. When Andrew Davis agreed with Seagull to get things done faster, Jones felt like he had been let down and just did his job without caring. Stephen Lambert, the stunt coordinator, remembered that Seagull would count every hit to make sure he came out on top, which Jones thought was really silly. One day Jones said that he had no idea he was making a movie with someone who always had to win. The tension on set became really uncomfortable. The crew even started betting on which actor would get angry first. Bill Davis, the weapons master, recalled a scary moment when both actors walked into the armory at the same time and it was completely quiet. In the end, the producers decided to film their scenes at times whenever they could, and they even kept Seagull and Jones apart when they were promoting the movie. When people asked Jones about Seagull, he said there are people who can really act and those who think they can act. Though people did not like Jones, the movie Under Siege did very well and people liked how real it was. The fact that Jones did not like some things actually helped him do a job in the movie, and people liked his performance the most. At the time, Seagull was not doing as well as he used to, and people were not thinking he was as good as they thought before. Number 3. Val Kilmer. By 1995, Jones had to deal with another situation during Batman Forever. This time, it was with Val Kilmer. Jones was feeling good about himself because he had just won an Oscar for The Fugitive. He was ready to work. Val Kilmer was a story. He liked to get into the characters he played, which is what a lot of actors were doing back then. Sometimes this would get on people's nerves. Jones thought it was all a bit much and that Val Kilmer was being chaotic. Val Kilmer just wanted to be able to really feel the emotions of the character. One of the people helping the director said that Jones and Val Kilmer were like two guys with guns waiting to see who would back down first. Jones and Val Kilmer had different ideas about how to act, and this caused some problems. There was a problem on the set when Batman and Two-Face were filming a scene together. Val Kilmer wanted to do the scene a lot of times to get the emotions right. Tommy Lee Jones did not want to do that. He wanted to get the scene done quickly. After they did the scene, at times Tommy Lee Jones got really loud and said he had made a lot of movies that year and he did not have time to waste. Val Kilmer got really quiet after that. Later, Val Kilmer wrote a book about his life. He did not even mention Tommy Lee Jones in the book. When the movie came out, Tommy Lee Jones talked about working with Batman, not with Val Kilmer. That was his way of dealing with what happened. Number 4. Wesley Snipes. Another clash happened in 1997 when they were making U.S. Marshals. This is when Jones played the role of Samuel Gerard from The Fugitive again. Harrison Ford was not in this one, so Wesley Snipes joined as the fugitive. This made things more like a rivalry than a team working together. Jones thought of Samuel Gerard as a character that he had put a lot of thought into. On the hand, Wesley Snipes liked to improvise, and he had a lot of physical charm. The first time they did not agree was during a script reading. This is when Wesley Snipes wanted to make some changes to the dialogue. Jones did not want to do that. The director, Stuart Baird, said that Jones and Snipes were like oil and water. Sarcasm took the place of being nice. Jones made fun of Snipes by calling him the martial arts expert. When Snipes did a stunt on a rooftop, Jones said that Snipes was trying to get attention of fighting the bad guys. After that, Jones and Snipes only talked to each other through people like their assistants or the director. The movie came out in March 1998. The critics noticed that Jones and Snipes did not work well together. The movie did okay. Jones and Snipes were never really a team. The partnership between Jones and Snipes never really happened. Jones and Snipes just did not have a relationship. The movie had Jones and Snipes in it, but they did not get along. Number 5. Sally Field. In 2012, Jones had a tough time when he was filming Lincoln with director Steven Spielberg. He was playing the part of abolitionist Thaddeus Stevens in the movie. Jones was acting with Sally Field, who was playing the role of Mary Todd Lincoln. The way Sally Field acted was very different from the way Jones acted. Sally Field liked to stay in character even when the camera was not rolling. Jones thought that acting should only happen when the camera was rolling. Jones and Sally Field had different ideas about acting. Jones was acting in Lincoln. He had to get used to Sally Field's way of acting. So something interesting happened during one rehearsal. After Steven Spielberg said cut, Sally Field just kept on acting with a lot of emotion. This made Tommy Lee Jones tell her sharply that the camera was not even rolling anymore, and she could just stop. Sally Field has said that they did not always get along. She said that they had ways of doing things, and that sometimes this caused problems, but it also made their performances really strong. Steven Spielberg handled the situation in a calm way by making sure they did not have to work together all the time. When they were talking about the movie, Tommy Lee Jones said that Sally Field was very dedicated to what she did, but he did not sound very friendly about it. Both actors got a lot of praise from critics, and Tommy Lee Jones was nominated for an Academy Award for the time. Sally Field and Tommy Lee Jones gave great performances in the movie. Number 6. Joel Schumacher. Jonas Intensity caused problems with the director Joel Schumacher when they were making Batman Forever. Jones was thinking that the movie would be dark like the Batman films that Tim Burton made. What he found was that Schumacher's idea was totally different. It had a lot of neon colors. It was like a comic book. The actors were also acting in an exaggerated way. Jones did not like this all. He said that the whole production was like a circus. He was really disappointed with the sets because they were so colorful. Jones wanted the character Two-Face to be shown as a person who was also very human. Schumacher had a different idea. He wanted Two-Face to be flashy and dramatic. They had a lot of arguments about this. One time Jones did not want to do a scene because he thought it was ridiculous. This made Schumacher really angry. He said that he would replace Jones if he did not do the scene. Jones finished the movie. After that, he did not really talk to the director. He just stayed quiet and polite. In an interview in 1996, Jones said the movie was silly. A time later, Schumacher talked about it in a nice way, saying Jones is a really great actor who cares about his work. Schumacher thought that the bad guy in the movie was not supposed to be that complicated. It did not fit with the rest of the film. Jones is an actor, and the movie is just not his kind of thing. The movie and Jones did not really go together. These moments reveal a pattern throughout Tommy Lee Jones's career, where discipline, pride, and devotion to authenticity often collided with different artistic philosophies. Whether defending his vision or clashing with collaborators, he remained unwavering in his commitment to craft. The question remains whether that dedication protected the integrity of his performances or pushed too many people away. Viewers are left to decide for themselves, reflecting on the stories behind Hollywood's brightest lights and darkest shadows, while considering the cost of perfection in an industry built on collaboration. Subscribe for more stories about Hollywood legends, unforgettable performances, and the actors who shaped cinema history.